Hi, I'm Joelle Hunter, the executive chef here at Let's Eat, and I'm going to show you what to expect when you come into Let's Eat to assemble meals. Now, most of our meals you can make in a snap, but what I'm going to show you right now is Italian turkey rolletini. It takes a little bit more time, but I tell you the results are worth it. The recipe is right up here with all the step-by-step directions. So long as you follow it right in a row, you're going to do fine, and if you need help, we have plenty of customer service staff to help you. So I'm starting with a foil pan, which we give to you so you don't have to get your own pan dirty. We're going to put a little bit of marinara sauce in the bottom, and that's going to add a little bit of flavor, and it's also going to keep your turkey from sticking to the bottom. We're going to set that aside. Next thing I'm going to do is make the filling, and it's a really simple, delicious filling that starts with some spinach. Now, we don't actually use fresh spinach because the moisture in the fresh spinach would ruin the recipe. So we use a frozen spinach because it's just going to keep the recipe nice and together. We're also going to add to this a ½ cup of an Italian cheese blend. That's got mozzarella, provolone, a little bit of Asiago, some Parmesan, so it's got all those Italian cheese flavors in it, and just a little bit of garlic. Now, if you like garlic, feel free to heap it in there. You can have bad breath all day long as far as I care. So we're just going to mix this together just to get the cheese and the spinach kind of blended. This is going to be the filling for our rolletini, and I'm going to just put it all together there with a quick toss, and again, just set that aside. And like I said, it has a lot of steps, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Next thing you're going to do is take a sheet of wax paper. It's bigger than average wax paper, and you're going to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray just so your meat doesn't stick to it. And one more time, set it aside. But now here comes the fun part. Here comes the ground turkey, which we've pre-portioned for you, so there's not going to be any mistakes. You don't have to do any weighing or measuring. We've got it all for you. So the ground turkey is going to come right out of the bag. Whoops. And we're just going to get rid of that bag. And again, by following the instructions, we're going to add a bunch of stuff to it. Now, ground turkey on its own doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, so here we can add a lot of seasonings to really pump it up. We're going to put some more marinara sauce right in there. We're going to add a bunch of dry ingredients. I've got some oregano, again, the classic Italian ingredient, a little dry mustard for just that extra burst of flavor, a little bit of salt, and we never add too much salt because you can always add more at home. That way you can really control your salt intake. A little bit of basil, some Italian breadcrumbs, and you'll notice that all of our ingredients have the measuring cup right in there. You don't have to go hunting for your cups, your tablespoons, or anything. Everything you need is right here. We're also going to add to that a little bit more garlic. Again, add more or less depending on what you like. A little bit of fresh diced onions. We always use fresh ingredients here. And then I'm going to add a third cup of liquid egg, and this is going to bind the whole thing together. Now, this recipe, I will tell you, is great for your kids because right now I'm about to get really messy. You're going to mush all this together, kind of like you would with a meatloaf or something, and get all those spices blended in with the ground turkey, the breadcrumbs, the egg. That's why we always wear gloves when we do this to preserve your manicure. It's all going in there, getting nice and mixed. The kids love it. It's kind of like Play-Doh you get to eat later. And as soon as I've got that all really well combined, I'm going to go to this wax paper sheet we pre-sprayed, slap it right down on there, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press that turkey all the way out onto the ground, or excuse me, onto the paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is your food. Don't get too wrapped up in food being perfect, or you're not going to have any fun, and you're going to be one of those people who says, oh, I hate to cook. But if you let it go and just what happens, happens, you're going to have a great time. Okay, so turkey's all mushed out there on the paper. Now I'm going to take the filling and just really carefully sprinkle that all over the turkey nice and evenly. It already looks good with that great green in there. All right. Now the tricky part, but again, don't worry, we've got lots of staff here to help you when you get to this part. We're going to roll this up into a rolletini, which is like a pinwheel, just starting at the edge, and this paper is going to come off as you go. The cooking spray helps it from sticking, and we're just going to roll it up. And wait till you see how this looks when it's finished and cooked. It's beautiful. I'm going to seal the edges on the bottom just so that the filling stays in, and I'm also just going to mush it in on the side a little bit. Now the big finale, I got to get it into the pan. All right, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm going to flip it onto my hand, get that last piece of wax paper off, and put it right on top of the marinara sauce. And again, you can't really mess it up. Now, I'm going to take off my gloves because I don't want to touch anything with these gloves. And here's the beauty part. Dirty dishes, they go away. You don't have to deal with them later. Somebody else is going to clean them. Got a little bit of marinara sauce is going to go on top of this, just to finish it off. And then another quick sprinkling of that great Italian cheese blend over the top. Look how gorgeous that looks. You're going to take this home, pop it in the oven, and dinner is ready. So I'm just back from Let's Eat, where I assembled Italian turkey rolletini, a meal your family is absolutely going to love. Now remember, this took us a little bit longer in the shop than some of our other recipes, but the payoff is it's a breeze to make it home. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, slide it in, and just leave it alone for 45 minutes. Come back and you're going to have a fantastic dinner with a beautiful presentation. Comes out of the oven nice and juicy with tons of sauce on the side, and of course it's got that spinach hidden inside. Hopefully your kids will eat it and not even know. Let's see how it comes out. It's got that mozzarella cheese, the sauce is all bubbly, and it's of course got the colors of the Italian flag, red and green. Look at that beautiful color right on the plate. And this goes fantastic with our Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, which are ready to go out of our freezer. Garnish it with a little parsley. And that is a smarter way to do dinner. Let's eat.